He fired 283,000 people. He shut down entire agencies. He tried to access your social security data, and now he's gone. But the guy taking his place, he's not here to shake things up. He's here to erase what's left. And chances are, you've never even heard of it. When Elon Musk became the face of DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency created to streamline federal operations, Washington panicked. Layoffs, shutdowns, budgets frozen. Musk was the figurehead, the disruptor, the public face. He was loud, messy, fast, but at least you knew what was happening. Now, Musk is out, and they replaced him with someone far more dangerous. Meet Russell Vought. By the end of this video, you'll know who he is, what he's done, and perhaps most importantly, what he's about to do. He's not flashy, he doesn't post, he doesn't troll, he builds quietly and moves with precision. Russell is a 20-year DC insider. He knows how the system works. He knows how to change it. He ran the federal budget under Trump's first term. He co-wrote Project 2025, basically a manual to reset the government. And he runs a think tank that's been shaping policy since 2021. And then there's Schedule F. You'll be hearing about this quite a bit for sure. You see, for 140 years, our civil service has been protected from politics. The Pendleton Act of 1883 created a merit-based system. No more firing workers when a new president takes office. This echoes the 1880s spoil system, when government jobs turned over with each election. A chaotic practice ended by reforms Vought now seeks to overturn. The stability built America's bureaucracy, for better or worse. That's Schedule F. It's the biggest change to that system since FDR. Vought's not here to cause chaos. He's here to rebuild the machine. And unlike Elon, Russ knows how to work the rules. Musk ran DOGE like a startup. Fire fast, break things, talk big. Russ? It's demolition by design. He's already reclassifying workers so they can be fired at will. That's Schedule F. Blocking billions in approved funding. Phasing out entire agencies quietly. This isn't random. This is strategy. As Musk said on his way out the door, this isn't the end, it's just the beginning. And Russ Vought, he's what he meant. Russ doesn't just want smaller government. He wants direct control. He calls it radical constitutionalism. It means the president leads every agency directly. Think CEO with no board oversight. No more independent institutions. Bureaucrats either follow orders or step aside. And he's making it real. DOGE is now a war room. Strategic memos, legal plays, pre-cleared staff waiting in line. CDC cut by 40%. Food safety inspections down by 1/3. Non-essential services slashed. The same team that laid off 283,000 people, still going. Vought made Musk's temporary cuts permanent. He told the press, "We want bureaucrats to feel trauma."
We want the bureaucrats to be traumatically affected. We want, when they wake up in the morning, we want them to not want to go to work.
CFPB, HUD, Department of Education, gutted or frozen. Lawsuits? Sure, but they're not stopping him. He's not breaking the law. He's dancing right on the edge of it. The resistance is mounting though. Federal judges have blocked some firings as potentially unlawful. Career officials are leaking internal memos. Even some Republicans worry that cuts go too far in hurting constituents. It's becoming Vought versus the establishment, a high-stakes power struggle playing out in real time. Constitutional scholars, they're split. Some say he's reclaiming executive power granted by Article 2. Others warn he's sidestepping checks and balances. Either way, the courts are struggling to keep up. This isn't just about politics. It's about restoring what many Americans believe government should be: efficient, accountable, and working for the people, not against them. It's about how your government runs, how your tax dollars are spent. This is Russ's version of protecting the country, not grabbing power, but restoring control. And let's be real, both sides agree our government needs reform. It costs too much, it moves too slow, it's grown beyond what the founders intended. The debate isn't if we need change, It's how fast and how deep. Vought wants to cut waste, cut staff, cut red tape, and make sure that your tax dollars go where he believes they're needed most. Here's what he's working on: locking in Musk's cuts, expanding Schedule F, using Project 2025 to guide the rewrite, and holding back Pentagon spending and rolling back rules across every agency. A leaked staff email reads, "Move with maximum velocity. We have a 120-day window to dismantle before opposition organizes." And he's doing it fast. Deadlines were set months ago. His strategy? Move before anyone can block it. Of course, not everyone's on board, especially the left and the media. Here's what you'll hear, and what you won't. Politicizing jobs. The media is going to tell you that Schedule F turns trusted roles into political ones. And they'll leave out the part that it clears out entrenched resistance and speeds up real reform. In other words, drains the swamp. This is how we dismantle the administrative state, Vought told supporters last month. But former agency director Janet Wilkins counters. We're watching the collapse of institutional knowledge that took decades to build. To Russ, that's the point. Creating fear. Critics argue that people can't speak up without risking their jobs. The other side believes that loyalty to elected leadership matters more than protecting lifers. Breaking legal lines. Lawsuits are already stacking up. What they failed to consider is that these reforms follow legal paths. They just haven't been used in decades. And that doesn't make them illegal or even wrong. Gutting services. The critics say if you fire too fast, systems collapse. But if the systems aren't working in the first place, that's the point. It's time for a reset. Russ's stance: the culture inside government needs disruption. Period. Big changes mean big cuts. Here's what's been proposed: reducing Social Security growth, cutting $2 trillion from Medicaid, scaling back school and housing grants, slashing agency overhead across the board. Sounds brutal, right? But Vought's team argues this is the only way to fix the debt. They believe these changes will ultimately strengthen America by forcing fiscal discipline the country has lacked for generations. They say if we don't cut now, we'll collapse later. The national debt clock, almost $37 trillion and counting. Annual interest payments alone are $1 trillion. That's more than we spend on education, transportation, and veterans combined. And that includes programs like Medicaid, ACA subsidies, veteran health. They also want more seniors in private Medicare plans, less government, more choice. That's the pitch. Will that work for everyone? No. But it's not just slash and burn. It's slash and shift. So what does all this mean for you? Well, if you work in government, you might be replaced. If you rely on programs, they might shrink or change. If you're a taxpayer, your money might be used very differently. Take Sandy, a 15-year veteran at the Department of Education. Her entire division was reassigned overnight. I went from managing million-dollar programs to emptying my desk in 24 hours, she said. Or Rick, who's waited 3 extra months for his VA claim. He said, they say they're fixing the system, but I'm the one who can't pay my bills. This isn't a shutdown, it's a redesign. Would you trade stability for change? How much power should one branch of government have? Would you accept short-term pain for long-term reform? What do you think? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Let me know below. Either way, it's real. DOGE isn't fading away. It's ramping up. Russ Vought, he's not trying to shake the system. He's trying to rebuild it on purpose. But this raises bigger questions. How much should you really rely on the government? Are they giving you what you need, or just enough so you don't complain? Have we traded responsibility for comfort, security for strength? Are we becoming weaker, more entitled, less accountable? And is that their fault or ours? What has all this government dependency actually gotten us? Are you better off or just managed? If you want to take some more control over your situation and profit while all of this unfolds, I put together a document below about this thing that we're doing in Vegas this month. If you qualify, I'll fly you out, I'll even put you up, and I'll feed you too. Check it out when you get a chance. Either way, there's a lot on the table, and you're not watching from the sidelines anymore. You've been forced onto the field. So, what happens next? June 15th, the first major legal challenge hits the Supreme Court. July, new budget proposals drop with even deeper reforms. August, Phase 2 of Schedule F expands to intelligence agencies. DOGE is just getting started. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care.